Hi folks, this is Daryl, and I am going to talk a little bit about the setup that Frank was so kind to find for us. And uh, first off, I want to say that, well, of course, thank you, Frank. And this is, I believe, a valid setup, and I just want to expand on it a little bit. I'm not going one way or the other on this, just kind of pointing out a few things which could be helpful, at least to me. So hopefully it's helpful to you, and I'll try and make this brief but not too compact. Those are some of the comments I received about other things that I've done. So here we go. Okay, so we're looking at a daily chart on the euro pound. Okay, and these are approximately the trend lines, the ones going top to bottom that Frank pointed out for us, which I thought were quite good. And then we're going to drill down a little bit to see what else we can find. So this is a little bit of an expansion here. And here is the setup that Frank proposed, which is basically coming off of this low, putting a Fibonacci up to here, and then based on some of the extensions that Lou gave us, which I don't want to go into at this point, price coming all the way down to a 61% retrace, which is actually an excellent area to start looking for entries into a trade. My favorite area, just so you know, is this zone right in here from 78.6 to 61. So an entry here, as Frank mentioned, could or should retrace somewhere up around the 127 figure, up around here, let's say. And that looks like a real good target should this price take off up. Okay, so let me move this out of the way for right now. Okay. And okay, so now let me expand this a little bit further, make this a little bit bigger so we can show a couple of other things on here that are also possibilities. So you'll notice there's an extra trend line that comes from this low over here, which is the lowest low over the past few months anyways, up through, and we have one touch, two touches, three touches with a bounce and a retrace, and then a price comes back through. So I mean, this of course would lend itself to the potential of this trade coming back through, closing below, and then continuing down a certain distance, perhaps relative to this distance it's traveled right here, which is about 130 pips. So that's one option. However, once we did close below here with a real good retest, the retest actually went clear above that line by the retest line or the trend line as much as 35, 40 pips. So this leaves us a bit in a quandary as to question the validity of this trend line right here, or just look at this as simply a retrace, which could have been, well, of course, Friday being non-farm payroll, that's what this spike here could have, is, and then price action leading up to that was actually another bar closing way above here. So perhaps indeed this trend line is invalid and price will continue up from here. On the other hand, if this trend line is indeed valid, then we could see price headed down here about 135 pips, as I noted, by the approximate distance from this trend line to this high. Okay, so then also you'll see I have a blue box here which denotes a price trap on the daily, this being the candle right here, which gives us this price trap. And I'd say in a daily chart, this is a valid price trap. The overall bias, I think I would lean more towards long in agreement with Frank. I just wanted to point out some of the other possibilities here as far as a break below this price trap, or um, the retrace on this particular trend line could also be in play. So this would be something which Frank suggests that we go in perhaps on a 5 or a 15-minute an entry, based on all this information, with a tight stop also. My preference is 20 pips or less, sometimes slightly more, but given that this is the euro pound, it doesn't tend to do rapid moves a whole lot. It can. Remember, this is a daily chart, so these actually look like pretty big candles, but in fact, this one right here, high to low, was 54 pips. So, I mean, in my mind, you can never go wrong by getting in on a smaller time frame, because if you're wrong, you're going to lose, 15 or 20 pips. If you're correct, you could stand to make multiple times your risk in that. Okay, so that's going to conclude this food for thought short video, and hope that it gives you guys something to look at. And I know I'm looking at it, and if not, just throw it away.